Yeah, this your boy King Eric the Great, aka Rick Capo, coming at y'all with another video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. So I'm reading now that the NBA is deleting YouTube channel showcasing highlights. And what made me want to do this video is that Dennis Rodman, he predicted the NBA's demise in his book. Because the NBA is going through a ratings draw and they're not drawing like they used to, so they figured that cutting off YouTube highlights will increase the revenue. But see, Dennis, he called this in 96. And let me read this to y'all. He says here, I think the NBA is getting away from pushing its players to achieve things like this. They're trying to create an image that takes all the emotion and all the teamwork out of the game. You may never see another guy who goes about his business like I do, rebounding and playing defense and letting other guys score. There's a chance that I wouldn't make it in the NBA if I was coming out right now, because it seems like anybody wants to be a fancy scorer who could market to their fans. The NBA right now is like a whole season of all-star games. Guys want to dunk and be flashy and see themselves on ESPN Sports Center every night. The teams themselves are contributing to this feeling. Walk into any arena in the league and look at what goes on outside the court. It seems the basketball is secondary. You get hit with a constant barrage of music and dancing teams and stunts. You got guys flying all over trampolines to dunk a ball. You got dancing gorillas and highlight shows during timeouts. These things distract from the game. The entertainment might be okay during halftime or maybe even timeouts. I guess I could live with that. But you're seeing more teams pulling this shit during the games. Public address announcers are screaming and music is blasting like we're out there trying to play the effing game. And he made some valid points because, like any corporate entity in the United States, they always want to blame the people. YouTube highlights isn't the reason why that the NBA is down. The NBA is down because, number one, you don't have no heated rivalries. Look at any sport. You got the Redskins versus Cowboys. You got the Packers versus the Bears. You got the Yankees versus the Red Sox. There's no rivalry in the NBA anymore. All the NBA rivalry are based on the players who's play. The Lakers and the Celtics will be considered a rivalry, but it's not going to be an entertaining one because the players don't channel that rivalry. Who is LeBron going to compete with on the Celtics to make it feel like a rivalry, like Magic and Bird? Then you have another problem is you got all the players doing what they want to do, which is good for the players to get their money. By all they means, go get your money. But as a fan of the sport, that's not good. Like if players aren't winning at a certain pace, they want to leave. Just like Kyrie Irving, he whining right now about Boston players, about Boston teams booing him, and I'm like, that's a part of the game. You signed up for this, so what are you crying about? So it also shows that the players today aren't just built like the players of yesterday, and you have all your star players playing on like only 3 to 4 teams. That leaves about the rest of the 24, 25 teams with hardly nobody that can draw tickets. Then, just like Dennis said, you got the league so obsessed with micromanaging the image. It's the Vince McMahon effect. Like, if a guy gets mad, let him get mad. If he want to cuss, let him cuss. If he wants to push, let him push. See, you taking all these aspects and you're stripping all the passion from the game that made it what it was in the 80s and in the mid 90s. And so you left with a soulless product. It's the same thing with the NFL. It's the same thing with the WWE. It's the same way with sports, period. Society has came in and stripped certain layers of what made these sports special. And now you're stuck with just robots. And these players today are more athletic, but they don't have the chemistry. They don't have the passion. And a lot of people might bring the LeBron effect, but see, LeBron, he didn't even play hardly last year. All this reflects on the teams now. They don't have any draws. And even Toronto, their win is forgotten because they're not even from America. So, in conclusion, the NBA has nobody but themselves to blame because Dennis called this 20 years ago. The league is so obsessed with micromanaging the league especially during the Iverson effect. They didn't want too many niggas involved in there. They didn't want the hood involved. But the Iverson effect is what drew money. It brought the N1 crowd into the NBA. Then it's brought the Generation X crowd to the NBA. So now you stuck in a situation where after the LeBron era go, who are they going to go to next? Dwayne Wade is gone. Chris Bosh is gone. Melo, he's bouncing team to team. There's really no superstar that's going to transition into this new decade coming after LeBron leaves. Because he only has about a few good years left. So who are they going to choose? Same with the NFL. They rode the Brady horse. They don't have anybody. Same with the WWE. They rode the John Cena horse. All these companies are riding these horses, and now they don't have nothing to show for it going into a new millennium. So, the moral of the story is cutting off the YouTube is not the answer. Going back to the basics and creating rivalries, invested rivalries in the NBA would be the start. So, let me know what you guys think. This is King Eric the Great signing out. Hit the subscribe button. Holla back at me.